Your manifestations aren't coming to you because they are already here. And today, I'm going to shatter everything you think you know about reality creation. Look, if you are constantly checking to see if your manifestation is coming, wondering when it will arrive, looking for signs and synchronicities, you are actually pushing it away. That's because you are operating in what I call manifestation time. And it's the exact opposite of what Neville Goddard taught about living from the end. You see, your manifestations aren't something that needs to be created. They are something that needs to be accessed. And I'm going to show you exactly how to collapse time and access what is already yours. You see, by the age of 35 years old, 95% of who we are becomes a set of memorized behaviors, emotional reactions, and unconscious programs. And this is what you are fundamentally getting wrong when it comes to creating a reality. By the way, if you would like to work with me on how to apply the one neurological principle to attract high-paying clients, double your business revenue, and finally feel in control, click on the link below and watch how it works. Now, think about this. There is an intelligence that is within you, that's organizing trillions of functions every second, that is keeping your heart beating, digesting your food, pumping blood throughout your entire system, and repairing your DNA, all without you having to think about it. Now this same intelligence, call it source, God, spirit, whatever it is for you, is what you need to tap into to access our manifestations. Now, but here's the problem. 98% of people are trying to change their reality through physical action alone. It's like trying to change a TV program by moving your furniture. Now, I have spent years studying Neville, quantum physics, and neuroscience to discover what I'm about to share with you. And after working with hundreds of clients as well, I've seen this principle transform lives over and over again, mine included. But let's start with something that might shock you. Time isn't real. Sorry to break it to you, but time isn't real. It is a construct of the 3D world. But in the quantum field, where all manifestation happens or begins, everything exists simultaneously. So when you are waiting for your manifestation, where exactly are you waiting? Well, in time, right? When you are hoping things will work out, where are you projecting this hope? Into the future. But here's what's actually happening on a metaphysical level or a quantum level. Every time you check if your manifestation is coming, you are broadcasting two frequencies. First is the frequency of not having. Second is the frequency of being stuck in time. It's like texting your crush every 5 minutes, the person you fancy. You keep texting them, are we dating yet? How about now? Now? And then wondering why they're not responding. Well, the universe is like, dude, chill. Think about this. Have you ever noticed how time seems to slow down when you are waiting for something? Waiting for your Uber, waiting for your food, waiting for that text back from someone that you fancy. But have you noticed how time seems to speed up when you're in flow? When you're having fun, when you're enjoying yourself, when you're spending time with someone you fancy. That's because time is literally responding to your frequency. It is not fixed, it is fluid. Now the materialist would say, oh yeah, I will believe it when I see it. That's the old model of reality. It's like trying to drive forward while you are looking at the rearview mirror all the time. You're using the past to navigate your future. Because your relationship with time isn't just psychological. It's actually affecting your ability to collapse waves of possibility into your desired reality. And when you are stuck in linear time, and you are stuck in the laws of three-dimensional reality, but manifestation happens in the quantum realm of reality, where everything exists at the same time. In the Newtonian world, which is the three-dimensional reality, we can calculate when a plane will arrive at its destination. But in the quantum world, all possibilities exist at once. So now the question is, how do we collapse time to bring our manifestations into the present moment? Well, I'm glad you asked. First, you need to understand something crucial about the present moment. Your desired reality already exists. It is not something that needs to be created. It is something that needs to be accessed. And the only thing standing between you and your reality is your relationship with time. It's like Netflix. All the shows already exist in their library. You're not asking Netflix to create a new show for you. You're just selecting which one to experience. Guess what? Reality works the same. Now, here's what you need to do instead. Instead of waiting in time, you need to stop living in what I call manifestation time. That's where you are, constantly checking to see if your manifestation is working, wondering when it's coming, looking for signs and synchronicities. And here's the thing, and remember what I'm about to say. The moment you start looking for signs, you are admitting to the universe that you don't believe it's already done. Okay? Second, you need to enter what I call timeless alignment. And this is where you collapse time into the present moment. How? By living as if your prayer is already answered. But here's where most people mess up. They try to pretend they have their manifestation. Fake it till you make it. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about literally shifting your identity to match the version of you who already has it. Think about this. If you already had what you wanted, would you be checking your phone for signs? Would you be wondering when it's coming? Would you be trying to figure out how it's going to happen? You wouldn't. You'd be in a completely different frequency altogether. Or you'd be in a completely different state of being. You'd be in what I call the frequency of completion. This is what Neville really meant by living from the end. And most people think it means visualizing your desired reality as if it's already happening, or as if it's happening now. But that's only one part of it. What Neville was really talking about was collapsing time completely. He understood that the fourth dimension, which is time, is just as flexible as the other three dimensions. Neville even talks about how we can literally revise the past. Remember that. We can revise the past. Now, why? Why in the world would he teach? Why would he teach that if time was fixed? Because he understood that time is just another dimension that can be manipulated through consciousness. It's as if you were watching a movie for the second time and you know the ending. But the characters in the movie are stuck in linear time. But you are watching from the outside of time. Okay? You know how it ends. That's the perspective Neville is asking you to adopt. Cool, right? But here's what's fascinating about this. Your body doesn't know the difference between an actual experience and one you are creating by thought alone. That's why two people can experience the same thing and this is why two people can have the same experience and create two different realities from it. Because when you are thinking the same thoughts, making the same choices, feeling the same emotions, behaving the same way, maybe you changed like one thing, you went a different route, or you used your left hand to open the door or something. When that's happening, you are conditioning your body to remain in the past. But when you begin to think, act, feel, and behave in new ways, then you are literally rewiring your brain and reconditioning your body to a new mind. So that's not fake it till you make it. That is literally embodying a new state of being altogether. Have you heard of the placebo effect? Well, guess what? Anything can be a placebo, including your manifestation and you. But here's where it gets interesting. When you are in a state of needing, then you are creating importance. And importance creates a separation. And the more you need something, the more you are signaling to your body that you don't have it. And think about this. When you are living by stress, constantly needing and wanting, you are telling your body that you are in emergency mode. And in emergency mode, it is quite literally impossible to create. Not impossible, but it's very, very hard. You're going to be using a lot of effort and a lot of energy. Creation happens when you move from survival to creation. That's why you got to regulate your nervous system. That is like a prerequisite. So here's how you actually implement this in your daily life. And this isn't some theoretical concept. This is practical frequency work. Now, every morning when you wake up, before you even check your phone, I know you do, before you start looking for signs, remembering your problems, I want you to enter in what I call the 0-point consciousness state. This is where you exist outside of time completely. I'll tell you how to do it. So you sit up. Don't be laying down like you're watching Netflix and close your eyes, okay? Because I know you're going to sleep if you lay down, especially if you're doing it early in the morning. Sit up, close your eyes, and put your awareness in the space behind your eyes. That's what I do. Because when I do that, there are no thoughts. But I want you to mimic what you do before you go to sleep. Now, in this 0-point consciousness, I want you to feel, not visualize. Feel the completion of your manifestation. This isn't about seeing it in your future. This is about feeling as if it's already been completed. It's a done deal. It's like ordering something online and you get that your order has been confirmed email. You know what I'm talking about? You don't keep checking if they've received your order. You know it's done. That is the feeling that I'm talking about. Now your mind will try to talk you out of this because it's too simple. But that's what works for me and my clients. Simple. Now let me tell you something powerful. And this might trigger your old frequency, your old self. But you need to hear this. The universe isn't making you wait. You are making yourself wait by living in linear time. When you truly understand this, you'll stop asking when. You'll stop looking for signs. You'll stop trying to figure out the how. Instead, you'll simply live as if your prayer has already been answered, because it has in the field. And before you ask in the comments about whether this will work for a relationship, more money, a job, whatever, the universe doesn't care about what you're creating. It only responds to your frequency. So to wrap this up, I want to hit you with something that might change everything for you. Your manifestations aren't delayed by the universe. They are delayed by your relationship with time itself. When you collapse time and you enter that 0-point consciousness, when you live as if your prayer is already answered, that is when magic happens. That's when synchronicities become your normal. That's when opportunities seem to find you out of nowhere. That's when your desired reality becomes your current reality. Remember, you can't receive anything unless it is first given to yourself. Give it to yourself first internally, and it will reflect externally. One final remember. Time without the ability to collapse is just another prison. But when you master this, you will never be a prisoner of time again.